This channel is about to become the face of child labor, and just by being here, you're supporting it. Because if you think about it, maybe, just maybe, China was onto something. This is Drumsy Tonight. 请别生气，我是一个好人。I hired a child to draw me a bunch of art of Pikachu. But why? It's all part of my master plan for this new channel. For this series, I will hire classrooms of children to draw a specific thing for me, like Pikachu, for example. Then live on stream, I'll have my audience vote on their favorite art. We'll make that art into merch, then sell that merch, giving half the proceeds back to the classroom, therefore making child labor ethical. Here's the problem, my late night cucks. I don't know if YouTube will be okay with this. So instead of hiring a whole classroom, this video will be the test run with just one kid from New York that drew me a book of 1,000 Pikachus for us to pick our favorite from. Let's begin. Book of 1,000 Pikachus and other stuff. Pikachu, was that campaign? Please join. Hey guys, had to check my nails for dirt because I'm not about to have this whole video out with some dirty ass nails. All right, as you can see, this child really knows how to draw Pikachus. What is that? We're not gonna judge. We listen and we do not judge. What is this, a secret? Oh! Oh! These aren't even Pikachus! What is that, that's a frog! That's Froakie! Bro, that's a Spiritomb! These aren't even Pikachu, brother! That's Mimikyu, we're getting closer. Diglett, Wiglet, Wig, Dig, getting a little dangerous, into some dangerous territory with those words. Clefairy, Kirby. Okay, so he's obviously just warming up, right? This kid got talent. I'm gonna be honest, this kid might have some talent. Okay, now we're cooking. We've got Link Pikachu. We've got Sonic Pikachu. Mario Pikachu. He has a little hat. We're starting to lose the plot a little bit as we move on. We have, what is this, fucking trash can Pikachu? What is that? Pikachu peeing on the floor, I think. Chikorita, he's going off the plot again. This kid did not listen to instructions. Book of 1,000 Pikachus so far, more other Pokemon than Pikachus. Okay, this is cute. A happy Pikachu, that might be my favorite. This one, guys? Can we get ones in the chat if this is your favorite so far? We have Pikachu with, dare I say, a little bit of a chode tail going on. We have, I think perhaps it's a fedora Pikachu. Okay, and then we have Sleepy Pikachu. Oh. Do we have a favorite so far? I think my personal favorite is Trash Can Pikachu so far. Still not sure if that's what that's supposed to be. I think that's a McDonald's fry Pikachu. Wait, actually, guys, I think it's McDonald's. What do we think that is, guys? What do we think that is? Children are an enigma. That's why we hire child labor, guys. Because if you think about it, an adult could never think of something like this. An adult could never draw a Pikachu tied to a lollipop. Adult could never. Once again, I think we're losing the plot a little bit. I think that might be a Pikachu with a curse, a witch's curse coming out of his butthole, perhaps? I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan. I would never criticize a child's work. Another Pikachu wrapped around a lollipop. That Pikachu just straight up has an erection. Tell me a single other thing that could be. Can I even show this? We have yet another Mimikyu, not Pikachu. And we have, guys, couldn't even tell you what that couldn't even tell you what that is. I feel like I'm in a fever dream. So far, would we put any of these on a shirt? That's the thing. And just to be clear, this video, we're not going to put it on a shirt because we need to see if YouTube even allows us to do this. This is like a test. This is a test of the YouTube's channel moderation system. Will they allow us to hire children? Guys, everybody, red alert. We have a comic. We have a comic strip. What the fuck is happening? Nylon. Couldn't tell you what that means. No, my ship, it broken. How old do we think this kid is legitimately, guys? I want a show of hands in the chat. Can you guess this child's age? I think based on his spelling and his artistic skills, 7 years old. I'm seeing 27 in the chat. Guys, you're saying I couldn't do this. You're saying I might not be able to even compete with this. This is Moxie, isn't it? That would be so fucking funny if I faked you out and had like an adult draw it and told you it was a child. Another Sonic Chew. Gotta go fast. Okay, another comic. Nothing is there stupid. And then a little devil comes into the screen. Okay, and then what is that? BDSP? We're speaking in fucking hieroglyphics now. I don't know what the hell is happening. What is that? The drawing that's, wait, the drawing that says nothing is there stupid. That could go on a shirt. I feel like that would be a good piece of merch. Space Pikachu. Now this is fine art. Now this is quite interesting. And what's that? Hold on, let's move it slowly. Kirby plus Diglett equals... What the f is that? Guys, what the f is that? Again, we cannot, I need to be so clear with you guys. It would be unfair of us to criticize a kid's drawing. But look, but all I'm gonna say is look at it. What is that? What is that? I love it. I love it. Honestly, it's cute. We do be drawing shit like this when we were kids, right? This is great. This is great. It's Kirby Pikachu. Kirby swallowed Pikachu. And the last Pikachu. Whoa. Whoa. What is that? Pikachungus? Now that is just art. Now that is just art. Okay, hi, me again. At this point, we finished going through the book of 1,000 Pikachus, which I hate to say was quite possibly much less than 1,000 Pikachus. But to finish off the stream, I had my friends send me links on Twitter to art that might have been drawn by children, or maybe adults. My job was just to guess whether or not it was a child or an adult that drew it. Cool. Instead of hiring children for the rest of this video, I thought, what if we just scour the internet? Pikachu's a very popular internet character. Children have probably drawn him since the beginning of the internet. So we're going to scour Twitter for art of Pikachu drawn by what we believe to be small boys and girls. I don't like how I worded that. Let's rephrase it. Pause. Small children. Pause. One more time. Underage. Pause. Little kids. Pause. One more. Wonderful. Pause. Kids. Children. This is some art from Lawlite the Pikachu. My trainer's Pikachu, Nitalite, is their most cherished companion and their most powerful non-legendary Pokemon. Definitely an ace. She's based off my game playthroughs. She likes to be on her trainer's shoulder, on their head, or asleep, anywhere she fits. I'm pretty sure that this OC, just based off of the way this person's talking, it's probably a kid, right? It does say level 36, which could mean that they're 36 years old, but we're not going to investigate. I'm pretty sure this is a child. It could be. It could be. Now this art is too good to be on a piece of merch. But let's move on. What about this? This is some art by Zach Jop on Twitter. Dare I pull up this account name and see? It doesn't say his age. Now this could definitely be drawn by a kid. It feels, because here's the thing, guys. Is this mean? Is it, because what if they're not a kid and we say that, and then it's kind of actually a really big dick move. I had my staff find this art for us, okay? I just want to be clear. Let's be clear. My staff, my producer found this. So if it's not made by a kid, it's honestly not my fault. I was told this was all art by kids. This art, I do like. This art would go on merch for sure. Now this excites me. But I wouldn't mind starting now. This is Kalis the Pikachu and Zoran the Zorua, made by Ryoto the Otter, age 26. We're out. Dude, fuck! Age 26. Okay, can we get one child? Can we get one child from Twitter? That's really bad. Pause. We need to really control the way we word things today. Storm and Melody are so nostalgic to draw, and the two first characters ever drew and posted about. Okay, so here are their full 2000s MS Paint-esque glory. See, but they're doing, this is too good. You know this is an adult, probably. If this was a child, it's a prodigy. I don't think this is a child. Colonoscopy art? That's definitely not a child. It's labeled colonoscopy art. This next one better be drawn by a child. What do we think? What do we think? I think we need to stick to only hiring children from a singular classroom, curated by my friends who are teachers, so we know what we're getting and we know it's all for a good cause and the money goes back to the class. I don't want to be f***ing hunting the internet for children. That just feels wrong and bad. Number 15, Sloppy Pikachu? I don't want this anymore! No! Okay, hold on. That ain't Pikachu. That ain't Pikachu, guys. I don't know about this. Art of the day, realistic Pikachu. Okay, that definitely is, that's a prodigy that drew this. That's insane detail. Ashen Pikachu Lavender Town by Sam, Saturday, October 11th. Do we think this is a child, guys? Or do we think this is an adult who's doing their best? Looking at the Pokeball that was drawn into the shape of a skull, that is like an adult thought process. I'm seeing a lot of people say a child in their edgy face, but if you actually look at the profile picture of this person, that has a beard. That's a beard. So we're gonna say adult, or a very, a child with a lot of facial hair. Here we go, a drawing art trade with Mickey Mario asking for my Sona and Emma in Eevee forms, guiding his Eevee character Kira on standing bipedally as a human, whereas Pikachu Sona Mark is encouraging Kira. That was very specific. What do we think, guys? I think this is an adult. I think this has a lot of good qualities. I'm relieved none of these are kids on Twitter. Yes, if you actually think about it, we don't want kids to be on Twitter, period, probably. People showing up in the chat right now have no idea what's happening. Oh my God, what is that? Is this like a toaster in the bathtub situation? That's definitely an adult. There's no way. Okay. Now this could be. This could be. I'll just say it. I think this could be. This could be children drawing. Good job. Good job. 3rd grade, and I wish you the best. Age. Now I'm an asshole. Now I'm an asshole. This is a bad game to play. I don't want to have to guess. Pikachu looking dapper in a suit, and I somehow ended up with a B+ in an art class. So you would assume if they're in a class, then they're in school, right? Because you look at this and you think it's literally on a desk at a school. 23! Ah! It's impossible. It's an impossible game. It literally, you can't win. My favorite piece of art from this video, that's an easy one. There you go. There's your fucking winner. If this were a real competition and we were actually gonna put one of these on merch, this would be the one. Now, we play the waiting game. We post this video. We see if YouTube allows it to stay on the internet. We see if we get in trouble. We see if somebody gets mad at us on Twitter. And if not, full steam ahead, baby. We're gonna make some money for some kids. For a good cause. We will be synonymous with the child labor channel. We will be the child labor channel. I will bear the torch. I will bear that burden because you know what? I don't care what people say. In the long run, I'm going to make some classrooms some money. Maybe they put a cool flat screen TV in their class. Maybe they buy every student a sick ass backpack. I don't know. I hope we do some good. I hope we do good with this. And everybody in the comment section said, Drumsy for president, Drumsy for president. Thanks. Thanks, guys. This is Drumsy Tonight, wishing you don't get in trouble for this.